to certain point. Okay. So if you want some more, you can get there. Is there similar type? I don't have the individual clavicles. Yeah. Take some more so that you can see all the structures close to it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, get some more, all of you, so that you can see the structures. Okay. So to begin with, so this is the clavicle, right? Okay. So this clavicle is in contact with the sternum medially. Okay, let them all concentrate. Okay. So this clavicle on the medial side is in contact with the sternum, and on the lateral side it is contact with the scapula. Okay. So this is the acromion process of the scapula. So yeah. So this is how it will be. Okay. Sitting like this in the front. Okay. So this is the sternal end, and this is the scapular end. Sternal end, because sternum is in front. Okay, in the middle. So this is the right one. So it will be here like this. Okay, the sternum in the medially, laterally we have the acromion process in contact with it. So this is called a sternal end. Sternal end. Sternal end is round. Can you see here? Yes. Okay, and this is the acromial end. Acromial end is flat. Okay, so they might give you the bone, or in the future you become doctors, they might get a bone. Somebody is dead and it is disposed, and they will ask you, there is one clavicle here, identify this clavicle, whether it is human or not, then this side of the clavicle, and from there you have to start. You have to put the scenario and try to identify the person. So they will give you this clavicle. How do you identify what is this side? Yeah. So you have to put it on the. So you should know. I can hold it like this, and I can hold it like this. Okay.
The groove is.
Yeah. So good. So always you should remember that this is on the medial side. Medial means toward the center. Okay. This is the sternal end. The flat end is on the lateral side. This is called the acromial end, because it is in articulation with the acromion process. Okay. Then he said very good point that there is a groove here below. Okay, above there is no groove. Groove, concave part. This is called a subclavian groove. We have seen the subclavian muscle, right?
Yes.
Origin is from? No. Origin is from the subclavian muscle. Is origin? Yeah. Subclavian muscle is? Origin. First rib. Insertion is to the clavicle. Insertion to the clavicle. Where in the clavicle? Who is making noise there inside? So it is here into the subclavian groove. Okay. So it is into the subclavian groove. Origin is from the first rib, and the insertion is to the subclavian groove. So this groove, subclavian groove, is below. Okay. Subclavian groove is below. Okay. So always remember, whenever you get a clavicle like this, try to hold it in proper position. Okay. See the groove there, send it downward. You see the thicker end, try to put it on the medial side, and the flat end on the lateral side. And then sternal end. Yeah, this is the sternal end, this is the acromial end. Okay, I can hold it like this. Right? Still the groove is down, sternal end is medial, and this acromial end is on the lateral side. The fourth point which you should remember is in the front, the medial part is convex. Okay, so it should be convex. Medial part toward the center, it is convex. Then here laterally it is concave. Convex means like this. Okay. Concave means like this. Convex is like this. Okay. So medial part is convex like this. Okay. So if I hold it like this, so it is not convex here, right? It is concave. So you should try to hold it. Okay. Now I have to bring it like this. So medial end is thicker, round, and lateral end is flat. So this is called the sternal end. This is the acromial end. And the anterior medial 2/3 will be convex, and below we should have the subclavian groove. Okay, so this is how you can identify the side of the bone. Okay, so I said there are two ends. This is the acromial, the sternal end. This is the acromial end. Okay, then we have seen the subclavian groove. Okay, so this clavicle is divided into three parts: medial 1/3, middle 1/3, and lateral 1/3. Okay, why? Because usually the fractures are here, between the middle 1/3 and lateral 1/3, or it is called a medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. So here will be the fractures When you go to the clinical side, whenever you see the fractures of the clavicle, so you should, usually it will be here, most of the time. Okay, so there is a very simple treatment also for that, how you later will study that. Okay, so here will be the fractures. So now see for the, so the origin of the pectoralis major. Origin of the pectoralis major is here. We have studied the pectoralis major takes origin from the clavicle, sternum, abdominal muscle, as well as the intercostal cartilages, right? So the clavicular head takes origin from here, anterior, medial, 2/3. So if you can see here in this picture, I will show you. So this is how it looks like. So this is the acromial end, flat end. This is the round end, sternal end. So this is the inferior surface. This is the subclavian here. This is the inferior surface called as the subclavian groove. Okay, so the subclavian muscle is inserted here. Okay, along with that, there are two important points here called as the trapezoid as well as the conoid tubercles. So if you can see here, this is the conoid tubercle, this is the trapezoid tubercle. That is important for the attachment of the ligament over there. Okay, so these are the some important points. Now see the origin of this muscle. This is the superior surface, this is the inferior surface. See the origin of this muscle. So here, can you just? Okay. So this is the origin of this muscle. This is the pectoralis major, sternal. The clavicular head of the pectoralis major take origin from here. Then in the front we will take origin from the sternum. Okay. So here the origin of the medial 2/3 convex part. This is the surface for the origin of the pectoralis major. Okay. Then just go to the lateral side. This is the origin of the deltoid. Okay. Can you bring this skeleton close? Because if it is difficult for you to imagine, just I will show you the skeleton also. Bring it closer. Okay. Keep it here. Okay. So here. Okay. Can you see here? It's the same one here. Okay. So this is the origin of the clavicular head of the pectoralis major. This is the sternal head, then the abdomen, then the costal cartilage. So this is the medial 2/3 for the origin of the pectoralis major. Now we go to the lateral side. Here is the origin for the deltoid. Deltoid takes origin from the clavicle, then the acromion process, as well as the spine of the scapula. Okay, so here all that this one. So here, so this is the origin of the deltoid. So here, this is the lateral 1/3. Then the acromion process. This is the spine of the scapula. So can you see
This
here?
is the deltoid.
Yeah. So origin of the deltoid. Yeah. Clavicular end, lateral one as well as the acromion process, as well as the spine of the scapula. This whole thing is the origin of the deltoid muscle. Alright? So this will go and get inserted to something called as the deltoid tuberosity. Later we'll show you. So this whole thing is the origin for the deltoid. So we are just seeing the clavicle. So here will be the origin of the deltoid. Here will be the origin of the pectoralis major here. Then this will be the origin for the deltoid muscle. Okay. Then going to the posterior, this surface. Okay. So here you can see here. So here is an important muscle which we have studied in the neck. Here this muscle in the neck. What is that muscle called as? Sternocleidomastoid muscle. Okay, we have studied already in the neck. Very important muscle. So that also takes origin from the clavicle. Yeah, good. Both the clavicular end as well as from the sternum. Okay, so that is why it is called as sternocleidomastoid. This is sternocleido. Insertion is to the mastoid. Okay, so that muscle also takes origin from the posterior border here, not from the anterior but from the posterior border. Okay. So here is the posterior border. Here you can see it. Okay, sternocleidomastoid. And this is the insertion of the trapezius. We are talking about the trapezius.
Trapezius muscle in the back.
Yeah, in the back, big muscle we are talking there. We just saw. So it takes origin from here. Superior nuchal line, ligamentum nuchae, and the spines of all these vertebrae. Okay, here. Okay, insertion is this whole muscle come just like the deltoids. It get inserted to spine of the scapula, acromion process as well as clavicle. Same thing. Origin of deltoid, same here. Just opposite on the other side will be the insertion of the trapezius. So origin of deltoid is clavicle, acromion process of the spine. Insertion of the trapezius also here. On the other side, same thing. Spine, acromion process as well as the clavicle. But deltoid will be taking origin from here, this border, outer borders, and the insertion of trapezius are on the medial. Okay,
Anterior
here,
or
inner.
posterior?
Both, all. This is the posterior, this is back.
But deltoid from here and the trapezius from
Yeah, this is the deltoid origin, and here is the insertion of this muscle, trapezius. Okay, so both are not coming in contact; they are separate. Okay, so the acromion process, the spine of the scapula, the acromion process, as well as the
posterior.
posterior border of the clavicle. So it is the insertion of blue colored insertion. Always origin, anatomy. Whenever we use blue color, it is for the insertion. Origin, we show it in the red color. So all is the origin. So this is the pectoralis major, then deltoid, sternocleidomastoid, and the trapezius. So all these are there. And inferiorly, the important thing you should know here is the insertion. Blue color. Can you see the blue color? So it means insertion of the subclavius. This is the subclavian groove. So the insertion of this muscle is subclavius. Okay?
Here.
So inferior, below. Below. See from below, yeah. Can you feel? Yeah, you feel the groove there.
Groove.
Yeah, that is the subclavian groove. Okay. So this is, you can keep it close. Okay. And see. Okay. Okay. So did you get it?
Yes.
One is the sternal end, acromial end. Sternal end is round, acromial end is flat, and lateral side. So we have in the anterior the origin of the pectoralis major on the medial, and here is the deltoid on the lateral. Okay.
Tubercle.
Okay, this conar tubercle, this is the trapezius tubercle. Okay. So, and here posteriorly we have medially we have the sternocleidomastoid, laterally we have the trapezius. Inferiorly is the subclavian groove for the subclavius muscle. Okay, this is about the clavicle. Okay, clear? Second, we have the scapula. Okay, we don't have, we have separate scapula. Can you just separate one? Okay, here you can see. Okay, so this is the scapula here, big head. Okay, so I'm not telling you everything, some important features which you should know, that's all. Okay, I'm not telling you in detail. Okay, so this is the scapula. Okay, so this is the anterior surface, this is the posterior surface of the scapula. Okay, so it has two angles. Actually it has three angles. One is the superior angle, one inferior angle, and the lateral angle. Okay, superior angle, inferior angle, and the lateral angle. Okay, so lateral angle is converted in the form of a cavity here. Can you see here this cavity?
Yes,
So
glenoid
this is called
cavity.
as glenoid cavity. Good. This is called as glenoid cavity. Very important cavity because to form the shoulder joint. So this the head of the humerus will be sitting in that cavity. Okay, it is like this. The cavity is round and the head is like this, and it is sitting like this. Okay, so this is called as ball and socket type of the joint. Okay, this is the ball and this is socket. Okay, so this is the movement. So after seeing all this, even your CRRs, everything have that balls and socket. Okay, actually it was seen first in the human beings how this articulation will take place. Then they started building all the machines and everything. Okay, so this is the ball. This is called as, this is the ball and this is the socket. This socket is called as the glenoid cavity. Okay, glenoid cavity. And so this is the lateral angle, this is the inferior angle, superior angle. Okay, then we have one border here. This is called as the lateral. This is towards the humerus. It is away. Okay, so humerus is here. So this is the lateral border. This is the medial border. Towards the center. So this is the medial border. Lateral border. This is the superior border. Okay. So superior border. Yeah. This whole thing. Border means this edge. Okay. So this whole thing. So this is the superior border, this is the medial border, lateral border. So three borders, three angles. So three angles, superior angle, inferior angle, and lateral angle. Lateral angle is also called as glenoid cavity. Okay. And three borders, superior border, medial border, and lateral border. Okay. Two surfaces. One is the anterior surface, this is the posterior surface. And very, very important spine. This is called as the spine of the scapula. So this spine continues as